Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Hope your day is going well. More video gaming news, man, which we will pop off here shortly. And then day 4 of Divinity with our buddy Pinky, man. So, good stuff, man. Another great day lined up for sure. I'm sure that Pinky and myself will have another day full of laughs, dude. Divinity has been a lot of fun multiplayer. It's been a great experience. Oh, we always have a lot of fun playing games together, Pinky and myself. I like playing games with the community anyways, and Pinky's fun to play games with, man. We always end up having a good time, laughing a lot, and this has been no exception. We've been basically just chuckling our way all the way through this playthrough. So there are a few clips in a few highlights in the clips channel of the Discord already, just from the first 3 days there of the playthrough. And it's some good stuff. So we'll keep pressing with that, and I don't know, man. Let's get into it. Hope everybody's doing okay. It's good to see you guys. Here you go. Take a look. There's that's what we're listening to this morning. Subnautica vibes, if you're interested. Very cool survival adventure base building game, and a very cool OST too. So check into it. Let's go. Let's get into this video gaming news stuff, man. Let's see what we got. Java. Oh, I need all of it. 17 more PS Plus games coming to the catalog. Okay. Let's see what we got. Former Criterion leads form new studio Fuse Games with AAA game. Looks like probably announced in development already. Yeah. Okay. Eh. Eh. Let's see what else we got. We talked about this yesterday. I'm not gonna dive into that. Boostroid's what that's about. Wait. Oh, is that a new one? Hold on. Yeah, that one's about Boostroid, which we talked about yesterday. But wait, they signed a 10-year with another one? Ubitus? Dude, I don't think we had seen this yet. Yo, King. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Happy Thursday. King Priyanshu. Did I pronounce that right? Close, hopefully, anyways. How are you, buddy? Yeah, we'd already seen the Nvidia stuff, and we'd already seen the Boostroid stuff yet, but I don't know that we had seen the uh, a bit tired. I feel that, my friend. Yeah, yeah. Yo, I feel that this morning. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. Sorry that you're tired too, though. It's a bummer. Solid. All right, cool. I'm just gonna call you King. Cool. Oh, is it evening there? Word. Yeah. Yeah, right on. Man, you must be like way, yeah, over in India? Yeah, right on. Cool, man. Cool, cool. How was your day? Did you have a good day? So you're the opposite side of tired of me. I'm tired trying to wake up. You're tired because you've probably been working all day. You've been up all day already, yeah? So, different kinds of tired there, yeah? Okay, so we got Ubidus. I didn't know about. We'll read through this. I didn't know about the Ubidus deal. We saw about the Boostroid stuff yesterday, and we already knew about the Nvidia stuff, right? So, oh, did you? Oh, word. Oh, okay, cool, man. Nice. Was it a good trip? Oh, okay. We'll pull that up as well, just in case we need a little bit more info about this Ubidus stuff. Okay. Yeah. Oh, solid, man. That's great. Oh, cool, man. Taking time there. Were you just like traveling in your own like in India, or did you like go somewhere else? You don't have to like elaborate if you don't want to. That's cool. I'm glad you had a good trip though. That's great. Yeah, just in India. Sick. Nice. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I haven't actually I haven't taken just like a vacation, kind of like a holiday trip, man, in a minute. Like just to go travel and relax, you know. I've taken uh oh yeah. That's okay though, right? I mean, that's all right. I think that you know, I think that more people need to step out of that comfort zone and immerse themselves in different culture and different environments that maybe aren't necessarily within their norm. You know, it's a very broadening kind of experience, right? And I think a lot of people fail to get that experience as they grow up, which leads to a lot of very narrow mindsets as far as being accepting of one another's differences and things of that nature. So, in my opinion, I think it'd be a much better world if people got to travel more and experience more variety of culture and things like that. So, just my own take, but you know, dude, are we already back to like video game Hall of Fame this stuff this year? Jeez, we are. Let's take a look at what's up for the nominees for Video Game Hall of Fame this year. We've already got that stuff up. Steam game completely free to own. Yo, Wick, my dude, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Switch Online adds 4 Game Boy, NES, and SNES games. Cool. Yo, thanks, King. Appreciate it, buddy. Much appreciated. Ex Blizzard leaders form Magic Soup Games. Okay. Wick, you on your way to work, dude? NCSoft unveils massive scale strategy game Project G. See what that is. You sent me a thing on Discord. What you got, dude? Oh. Oh, sick, dude. Yeah, check that noise out. Cool, man. Thanks, buddy. Nice, dude. Yeah, we'll take a look at it, man. Thanks, man. Cool, cool. No, I hadn't seen it on Steam yet. As a matter of fact, dude, I booted up the PC this morning and everything, and got everything running, and then Steam did what it always loves to do to me, which was like, because dude, I always shut Steam completely down, um, and then restart it fresh every single morning when I start the stream, and sometimes it'll do this to me. So it's like I started up Steam this morning, had the stream running. And about halfway through the montage, I get Steam needs to update, and it's like, okay, dude. Like, instead of telling me that whenever I first start up Steam, so I had to restart Steam, and I hadn't seen everything that it got updated with yet. But nah, dude, I'll take a look at it though. Thanks, man. That's great. Good, good, good. Cool stuff, man. Nice. See what's going on there. Yeah, I think we've already got stuff up for the PS Plus. Yeah, we've already got that, so I'm not gonna pull that up. We're already gonna take a look at it. We talked about this yesterday too. So, Federal Trade Commission, basically, if you didn't know, judgment came down. FTC basically said that Epic uh, used some scummy methods and maybe unsafe practices when it came to the monetization of like Fortnite, right? If you don't know, now you know, baby. So what it came down to was they weren't they made it very easy for people to accidentally purchase stuff. No kind of confirmation windows or anything like that. It's not like that anymore. Apparently, like they've done things to make stuff better, but at one point within the game for an amount of time within Fortnite, there was a lot of issues like this. So there was a settlement that came upon 245 million, dude. We're talking $250 million worth of fines, or this fine that Epic is having to pay to the FTC, and the FTC is actually has a website up that people can request refunds from throughout. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, kids were ringing up mom and dad's credit cards. Yeah. Which, I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't have yourself set up in a way where your kids can just do that easily anyways. Personal opinion. But you know, Riot was not making things they were doing things that made it easy to for kids to get this done. So yeah, it was a whole thing, and so now the FTC is and dude, I'm talking, I think Epic has to pay this fine by, I think, within the next 3 weeks. This fine has to be paid. And basically, again, there's a website out there for the FTC that says if if you've had issues with this in the past, and you need to go to this FTC website, put in an application for refunds and stuff. Could you imagine coming home and the little kid servant man, she makes and hands you an epic bill for Fortnite? Oh no, I couldn't, dude. No, I couldn't. Nope. Sure couldn't. Are we talking? Oh, oh, gnarly. Yeah, yeah. They are talking about actual video games for 8 classic D&D games being revived soon. So we'll see what's coming. Google Play games for PC to launch in Japan and Europe. We've already got something up on this. Actually, our buddy Ferret dropped this for me just as a reminder, really, to take a look. We've already talked about the Google Play beta for PC and stuff, but this isn't an actual article. This is just so. This is just their website. Hmm. We'll run that or we'll run this article and then we'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. It's like pocket change, right, dude? Yeah. Fortnite makes a lot of money. Dude. Riot makes a lot of money, in large part because of Fortnite, right? Yeah. What was it? Whenever the Ukrainian stuff first popped off, right? What season was that? Because that was just over a year ago now, and it was like I think for the entire what was it? The entire first week or whatever. Dude, no, I don't even. Dude, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even start to guess. An absurd amount of money. I know that just from like I was getting ready to say, they did like the entire first week or something of a season that dropped right around the same time that the Ukraine got invaded. They they gave all that money to relief efforts and stuff, and it was a stupid amount of money. 5.8 billion. Oh my god, dude. That is insane. I knew it was going to be a lot, but I wasn't really thinking that much. I figured probably close to like a bill. Whew. Oh my god. Jesus, bro. Atlas Fallen Signature Edition announced limited quantities. You know what that means, right, guys? Scalper time. Yeah. For some reason, 6 games are currently free to claim on what, dude? With Xbox Live Gold. Okay, cool. Take a look. Yeah. So FBI warns against mobile game scams involving cryptocurrency. Yeah. Beware of pay to earn crypto games on your mobile devices. And look, man, I've been telling people this the entire time about the whole NFT, blockchain, Web3 space of games built on crypto economies and things like that. It's a scummy segment, dude. And it's absolutely hugely promoting play to earn. So it's not. It makes. I don't like referring to them as video games because what they do is they turn what traditionally video games have been about, right, which is an escape and immersion and trying to just have fun, and it turns puts a spin on what video games have traditionally been into more of a job. And it's and again, I've talked about the fact of where I can see the potential behind some of this stuff being a mutually beneficial concept in the future. It's not being done right now though, and there are a lot of people getting scammed. There are a lot of companies that are developing this these kinds of software, having people heavily invest and building these economies up, and then going, oh, well, the game's done, and then they just like, and then the economy's just ripped, and or we got hacked. Sorry, all the crypto's gone. The game's done. It's a weird situation, man, and people need to be very careful. What? Never even heard of this. Mm, okay, we'll take a quick peek at it. Let's go to our other search real quick. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Look, there are always going to be people. I try to raise awareness about this anytime an article comes up. I cannot stress enough that if you have young individuals in your life that you care for or care about, having some kind of decent oversight as to what they're involved in online communities, whether it be gaming or elsewhere, any kind of online community is important, because there are a massive amount of predators out there uh, looking to engage with young, impressionable individuals. Yeah. So, and quite often they do it in a way where they try to get kids to think that they, these predators themselves are also kids or children or young people, and to relate to them on the same level, and gain their trust, and then they whatever their end mean is, you know what I mean, for whether grooming them to some kind of you know gnarly extremist viewpoint, or to actually harm them in some way. Unfortunately, there's a lot of really, really bad potential situations that can come out of this. And, it's important that there's awareness around, being careful with what the youth are being exposed to in online communities, because it's really, really scary, man. It's really scary. There needs to be more awareness for it. Yeah, I already knew about that. Just talked about that too. We hit on this yesterday. PS5 Pro in development. I mean, what we're hearing is that PS5 Pro could be here by late next year. Yeah. So look at yesterday's news segment on YouTube if you're interested in a more of a deep dive into the article that we came across initially in regards to the potential of their a PS5 Pro coming. But I mean, this is my take on this. You know, we are coming upon halfway into the life cycle probably of the current gen consoles, which is PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, right? And normal life cycle of consoles is, average 6 years. So consoles came out in November of 2020. So we're coming upon that that midway point, and PS5 Pro is going to hit the end of 2024. Then you're talking about PlayStation trying to get people to buy into their PS5 Pro at probably a higher price point than their regular PS5. Yeah. And roughly, I don't know, a year to at the most 2 years before they drop their next console. So, I mean, if it's that important to you to have an upgraded version of the PS5 at that point and you've got the money, then I mean, you do you. But it will not be that much longer into the future after the PS5 Pro drops, if it is actually coming, that we will see the PS6. So, you know, if you are somebody that's on a gaming budget, like a lot of people are, and I think that's something to keep in mind. Maybe keep padding that wallet for the next gen Sony console rather than dive into the PS5 Pro if you know that suits you more. Just thinking a little bit down the line. Yeah, we already know Castlevania's got some new titles on the way from Konami. Konami's digging back into their old IPs. We got Silent Hill stuff coming. We've got Castlevania stuff coming. So once we get official stuff, we've gotten all into the potentially teased by Konami. Did we see this yesterday? The potential tease or no? I don't think so. We'll take a look at that real quick. All right, last page. Let's see what we get out of here. We've already got that up. Did WWE 2K23 release? Yo, check this out. These games are always a mess, by the way. When did this release? Oh, it comes out tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow. Look at this. Um, this finally got up to mostly positive. 73%. But these games are always buggy when they release, man. I'm really hoping that AEW coming into the mix with some mainline titles will help push 2K into raising the quality standards of these wrestling games they put out for people. I don't even play them. It's for so long now. People have only had the 2K games to play in the wrestling, the mainline for mainline gaming, like consoles and PC and stuff, and they've been a hot mess for a long time. So I'm hoping that AEW's game that's coming out is really going to hopefully raise the bar a bit and be like make 2K go, oh, okay, well, we actually have to start paying attention to quality a little bit. That's what you would hope competition would do there. We got that up. Remnant 2 release date trailer and pre-order news. Cool. I'll wait until we get some actual definitive news on Genshin 3.6. It'll come to us. Wayfinder release date trailer and early access news too. Let's get in it. These will be our articles for the day. We've been hitting a ton of news here lately. A ton of it. The industry's ramping up right now, though. This is kind of the way it works. It gets slow right at the end of the year, really. You know, like we do the Game Awards and everything, and it really starts dying off. The Game Awards, we get a little bit of some new info, and right at the beginning of December, you know. And then things start really, really like kind of teetering off a little bit. And it's at this point right now where it starts to ramp back up for the industry, because we've got about 3 months left until we hit summer showcase time. So there's starting to be a lot more info coming out about what we could potentially see this year, more definitive release dates. And I'm telling you, between now and June, it's going to start getting real hot. And in June is when all the showcases are going to pop off. So we'll be getting a ton of, between now and June, and especially in June with the showcases, we'll be getting a massive amount of information on titles we already know are coming, but more info on those titles. Definitive release dates for a lot of titles that have kind of windows right now, and just a lot of info on games that we didn't even know were necessarily in the works right now, or were kind of just rumor milled, or have been rumor milled for a while now. So it's really starting to pick up quite a bit, and we're gonna start having some heavy news segments, as we've already been able to see a little bit here. Sorry guys, 1 second. Remnant 2 release date trailer and pre-order news. From the ashes, a sequel arises. This looks pretty cool, man. I have the original. I haven't ever played it though. I would. It's a cool. It's supposed to be a cool multiplayer game, so I wouldn't mind like playing the original Remnant with some friendos if anybody had it. The original game was something of a surprise hit when it released back in 2019, meaning Remnant 2 had a lot to live up to when its release date eventually rolls around. Souls-like third-person shooter RPG is one to keep an eye on. With ranged and melee combat, this is a Souls-like with a difference. Developer Gunfire Games is pushing the boat out with its sequel with co-op for up to 3 players, endless replayability options, and tons of horrifying creatures to slay. The game boasts a new improved archetype system too. You'll be able to play as and unlock different archetypes throughout your playthrough. Sounds as though you can equip different archetypes together for even more playstyles as well. If you can't wait to play the sequel, here's everything you need to know about the Remnant 2 release date, pre-order information, what platforms can play it, and gameplay and story details. Scroll to the end of the page to check out the trailer too. Release date, sometime this year. You can wishlist on Steam and Epic, PS Store, and Microsoft right now, but it cannot be pre-ordered yet. So, platforms. It'll be on PC, like I said, Steam and Epic, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. No sign of the game coming to PS4, Xbox One, or Switch. These consoles are, look, I mean, again, console industry is very cyclical, right? And we're hitting like the midpoint, really. We're coming upon the midpoint, again, of like the life cycle of the current gen consoles. And so you're seeing developers move away from developing games for the previous gen. And that's the way things work. That's just the way it is. So I'm not really surprised here. Yeah, we've already seen this before, but I'll run it. It looks pretty cool. I'm a setting sun, but I'll never run. I'm a dead man walking. I'll stay and fight as long as I'm alive. I'm a dead man walking. I need more coffee. I need so much more coffee today, dude. Excuse me. No, you're good, dude. How's everything been, dude? How are the stores? Yeah, bro. I might be dying, dude. If I die, I die, I guess. I can't get over it, dude. I don't know what's going on. It's exhausting, though. Like, I'm not as bad as I was, but I can't get rid of it, man. I don't know what's going on. Something might actually really be wrong. I should probably go. I've got I don't know. I've got like a yearly appointment that's like a yearly doctor appointment that's supposed to be happening next month at some point, dude. So I don't know if I'm still coughing at that point and I'm still alive. I'll bring it up then. I don't know. Let's just see what's up. There you go, Remnant 2, man. If you guys need more out of it. I've never had a cough persist like this, dude. It's really weird. It doesn't feel good. Wayfinder release date trailer and early access news. So, if you're after another MMO-like game filled with quests, treasure, and monster hunting, Wayfinder might be the title you seek. The massively multiplayer RPG release date is coming soon. In this new MMORPG from development studio Airship Syndicate, Darksiders, Genesis, Battle Chasers, Night War, and Ruined King, a League of Legends story, you play as a titular Wayfinder. You'll choose your own path and playstyle in a battle against a hostile force which has taken over your land. The online game lets you team up with friends and other players as you head out on adventures with modifiers and challenges that are controlled by the player. This is a game where you really do forge your own destiny. Best of all, it's currently in early access, which you can try for free if accepted into the playtest. I don't think, is that, they have the, yeah, it's down here, okay. We've already seen it, but I'll show everybody again too. So, when is it supposed to release? Vague 2023 promise, so a window for the rest of this year. We'll see if that happens. Early access. So if you want to play in early access, you need to sign up and take part in a closed beta playtest, which can be done on Steam at this link, okay? Underneath the Add to Your Wish List button, you will spot the Request Access button. Click on that to request access to join in on the next round of closed beta playtest. That's if the developer is ready for more early access participants anyways. That doesn't mean you're automatically going to get it, but that'll get you into the running to potentially play, okay? You can also sign up for that on their official Wayfinder website, and that will allow you to select which platform you wish to play on. Next confirmed period of early access is in May of this year, and will include PS4, PS5, and PC. Can't pre-order. Can be wishlisted, though, on Steam, Epic, and PlayStation Store. Here's the trailer.
Welcome to Wayfinder, a character-based online role-playing game for you and your friends. It's all set in Evanor, a gorgeous world that has fallen to an ancient and mysterious force known as the Gloom. It's up to you to push back against this hostile calamity that twists and corrupts everything it touches. You'll control the chaos as Wayfinders, powerful and diverse characters who are echoes of fallen heroes. After a cataclysmic event, they have been reborn of the Gloom, allowing you to shape both your Wayfinder's playstyle as well as their look.
Spicy horns. Snoo. Holy crap.
One of our large
Thick thighs save lives, baby.
Here, you'll pick up quests, find world bosses, participate in public events, and more.
Dude, look at the hams on that. Jeebus.
Public events are always more manageable with some help from other players. Each Wayfinder comes with their own set of unique moves and talents, but it's up to you to make your Wayfinder your own. Wayfinders like Senja lead the charge by pummeling enemies with their up-close and personal attacks. Each Wayfinder can play a major role in experimenting with different strategies and party compositions. After exploring the Highlands and adding a few notches under our belt, it's time to head to our social hub, Skylight. Skylight serves as your main hub for taking on quests, turning
Yo,
loot into
Kayla, what's
weapons,
up?
as well as
How
other
you doing?
Wayfinders, both of which will be continuously added over time. In addition to unlocking Wayfinders, you can also create unique combinations of abilities and weapons. Kairos excels in dealing
This
damage.
game looks alright, dude. Kind of interesting.
Equipping him with a rifle makes him a powerful addition to a party from a distance.
You okay?
Skylight's Gloomgate serves as a portal into dungeons called
Good, I'm
Lost
glad.
Zones.
I'm
These
tired.
ever-shifting dungeons are first discovered
I'm
out
tired.
in the wilds of Evanor. But as a Wayfinder, you can access
alright.
and manipulate.
Other than that,
them
I'm
with your
great.
own
It's good
dagger.
to see you.
Lost Zones can be directly shaped and modified by you. Mutators allow you to control the chaos.
That big
In
scythe is
exchange
dope.
for better rewards,
I love
Wayfinders
scythes.
can influence
That's like one of my
spawns,
favorite
provide
weapons to
mental
use in
effects,
games.
and other
That's what I
challenging
ran all the way
conditions.
through like our Dark Souls playthrough back in the day with
We
a
can't
scythe.
wait for you to play Wayfinder later
Loved
this
it.
year. Sign up for a chance to play the game early now. Thanks for watching.
Cool. Are you working today, Kayla? So there you go. Supposed to come out sometime this year, but there's some links in here if you want to try to sign up for the beta coming in May, okay? So there you go. Or not. Dude, stop it. I'm fat clicking everywhere. Holy crap. Off today? Cool, man. You got any plans? Or you just trying to relax? New Castlevania game potentially teased by Konami. Yeah, we knew that there's been a lot of talk about them bringing back Castlevania. So there's a lot of likelihood behind that, but it looks like they're also, teasing that a little bit too. No plans? Cool. Yeah, just relax, man. New entry in Konami's Castlevania series may have just been teased in a roundabout way. Recent months, rumors have continued to suggest that Konami will look to announce a new Castlevania game of some sort later this year. While this would be the first mainline Castlevania installment to be shown off in nearly a decade, it looks like Konami itself may have already tipped its hand about such a reveal. Spotted by Gematsu, Konami recently filed a new trademark for something entitled Project Zircon. This trademark, which was filed in Japan just last week, is assumed to be for a video game of some sort. Currently, details tied to Project Zirco, I think it's supposed to be Zircon, are pretty much non-existent outside of this title itself. Also worth stressing that Project Zircon is surely just a placeholder for a more formal name that Konami is keeping under wraps. How could this project be related to Castlevania? Well, as Gematsu was quick to point out, Zircon is actually an item that has previously been mentioned in the Castlevania series, yeah. Said to be a jewel that players could find in various Castlevania games. While this alone doesn't tell us that this trademark is tethered to Castlevania, it seems like this is the most logical conclusion to draw for the time being. If Konami does end up revealing a new Castlevania game this year, yeah, June's summer showcase events could be the play. Yeah. So we'll see. That's a pretty good indicator there. Zircon, yeah, for the project name. So we'll see. But that's pretty good. Pretty good indicator there. Pretty boring life. That's not necessarily, I mean, maybe what you consider your life to be and boring would be somebody else's idea of a nice, exciting life, Is this supposed to be SAUL Partners or SAUL Partners with crafting to launch Road to Valor Empires in India? Looking to boost India's gaming ecosystem through this partnership. Indian esports organization SAUL has announced a first of its partnership with Krafton to bring PvP strategy title Road to Valor Empires to India. The company's hope that the launch will help boost the growth of India's gaming ecosystem, offering a valuable opportunity for both India's esports sector and gamers. Most likely not. Yeah. All right. I mean, are you bummed? Like, do you want it to be more exciting? Is that the thing? You know, or are you cool with it being the way it is? Do you dig the boring life? I think that's the better question. Um, so SAUL has been at the forefront of revolutionizing the gaming landscape in India. Happy to partner with them for Road to Valor Empires, and are confident that this partnership will manifest into creating greater opportunities for the industry and further drive the popularity of gaming in India, said Kraft in India CEO, Sean Song. Road to Valor Empires is our first casual game for the Indian market. Keen on publishing more such India-specific games in the future. Very excited to have worked with our talented studio, Dream Motion, to bring an authentic strategy experience in a casual format for Indians with the addition of Hindi as a language option and unique curated features. We hope players have a great time exploring the world of mythical and historical civilizations. Road to Valor Empires is now available in India on both Google Play and the App Store. If any of our India friendos want to check it out. All right, there's the link. Don't dig it. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to find a way to spice it up a bit. Then you know what I mean. You gotta find a way to spice the life up. You know. Well, how can we help you figure out a way to make life a bit more exciting, my friend? You know. What do you need in your life to help give it a bit of a spark? You know. What's missing? What's missing? Google Play games for PC to launch in Japan and Europe. News in brief. Shout out to our buddy Ferret. Ferret just wanted to make sure that we had touched on this. Hit me up in the Discord and was like, "Yo, have we talked about Google Play beta for PC and stuff?" And so I think we hit on it a while back. We haven't really hit on it in depth at any time recently. So this is a good way for us to go ahead and segue into that, and we'll talk about it. Cool. A new brain. Oh, I think your brain's fine. I think your brain's fantastic, actually. Yeah. A lot missing. Well, I mean, I know you work a lot. You know, I do know you work a lot, and that makes things rough because you're tired a lot and stuff like that. But I mean, would it help to potentially, try to pursue a, some like something that you're interested in, like pursue that in a more of a public, community based way or something. Go pursue, I don't know, whether it be, dancing or like a book club or going and getting into like a D&D group or something, in your community, or I don't know, man. It could be anything, or even just gaming, going and finding a group of people that do like some kind of like meet up to game together or something, I don't know. I don't know. What do we need to do to help you spice up life a little bit? I don't know. What could it be? Where are the interests at? What? I mean, outside. I know that you're a gamer. I know that you're a gamer, obviously. But what other interests do you have? Programmed to land in these regions in the next couple of months, alongside new titles such as Garena Free Fire and MapleStory M. Yeah. So that wait, what? Uh, that was wait, what? That was it, dude? Okay, well, let's read this. How about that? Unlock seamless gameplay across mobile and PC with Google Play Games. Yeah, so Google Play Games on PC, if you guys didn't know, they've got the beta phase of this rolled out, right? Where they're giving people the ability to play Google Play Games across PC platform now, right? So there's like cross save and like so you can play it on your mobile device while you're out on the go. Then once you get home, you get on your PC and you want to play the same game on your PC. You pick it up and you're just playing the same game right where you left off from, right? We've seen this already in small tastes of games like Genshin Impact have done this very well, right? But across an entire platform like this, we haven't really seen it from like an app store. And so I think this is a very nice thing. Google Play Games on PC gives users the ability to play their favorite mobile games on PC with the security and stability they expect from Google Play. With the dude, I can't talk this morning. I need so much more coffee. With a catalog of top-tier games and over 10 billion monthly sessions on mobile, our users have met this product with enthusiasm for its high quality, high performance, emulation, and cross-screen gameplay. For developers, joining the Google Play Games on PC can help you increase your reach, engagement, and return on investment, ROI, and build high-quality games across Google surfaces. At today's Google for Games Developer Summit, we announced how we're making cross-platform game development even easier by continuing to simplify and improve the onboarding process for Google Play Games on PC. This talks a lot about like just what they're implementing with Google Play PC. Expanding to more regions, expanding to Japan, countries in Europe in the next couple of months. Several new games, including Garena Free Fire, Ludo King, MapleStory M. Partnership with Intel is making it easier to join Google Play Games on PC with an existing mobile build. Google Play Games on PC Developer Emulator is a developer-focused build of Google Play Games especially designed for your debug and build process. You can download the emulator through this link. They have a checklist out for people to verify they've completed all the necessary steps before submitting a build to ensure a quick approval process. This year, they'll be rolling out their next-gen player IDs to help keep a user's player ID consistent across surfaces for any given game, while enabling them to be unique across different games. Yeah. Learn more about Google Play Games on PC at the developer site. There's a link here. Watch all the sessions from the Google for Games Developer Summit right at this link. There's a lot there. If you need it, there's the link. Shout out to Ferret. Thanks, buddy, for making sure that we were bringing that up for people. It's funny that we got a good article about it today, too. Atlas Fallen Signature Edition announced limited quantities available. So prepare to probably not be able to get one of these, for them to get yoinked by a bunch of scalpers, and then to have to pay probably double what they're actually retailing for. Good times. Atlas Fallen is an upcoming action RPG from Focus Entertainment studio Deck 13 Interactive. The studio showed off a new action-filled gameplay trailer and opened pre-orders for the game. A special signature edition of Atlas Fallen is also available, which is limited to only 100 physical copies. Atlas Fallen launches on May 16th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. They just announced this release date about 2 weeks ago, something like that, roughly, which is quite a surprise. I mean, this is like roughly 10 days, I think, after Tears of the Kingdom releases. That's a bold move. That is a bold move. And there's been a little bit of hype behind this game, yeah. But, I mean, I mean, they must be banking on the fact that there are enough people that are not going to be playing a Nintendo game, that they're going to be looking for something else to play, that it will be worth dropping this a week and a half after Tears of the Kingdom. A lot of developers will try to avoid like a 2 to 3 week window, of a game like Tears of the Kingdom dropping. Like, especially after. Especially after. So we'll see how it goes for him. We'll see how it goes. We've seen this already, but or the gameplay. I don't know that we've seen the gameplay here.
You should have
We
kept
saw
them alive.
cinematic stuff. Let's take a look.
I have fought your kind before. And it only led to ruin. I am the order of this world. I am its rule. You may think you have power. But your struggle is futile. I will bury you like the rest of them.
Ooh. Yeah. So the Heroic Signature Edition, which is the ultra limited Atlas Fallen Signature Edition, a Focus Entertainment Store exclusive product available in only 100 copies. Includes a numbered laminated wooden frame printed with an exclusive artwork by Deck 13's artistic director James Lowe, an official certificate, and a copy of the game that includes the Ruin Rising Pack DLC. PC edition comes as a Steam key, while console editions come as physical copies with Lowe's artwork as exclusive box art. This is funny. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'll link it for you. There you go. There you go. For some reason, 6 games are currently free to claim with Xbox Live Gold. In the middle of the month, which means Xbox Games with Gold changes with the introduction of March 2023's latest addition to the lineup. That'll be Lamentum, which is available to claim from now through April 15th. Month. However, on checking out this month's newest GWG offering, we spotted that 5 other titles are still free to claim with Xbox Live Gold. A couple of those are down to Xbox's different format for March, while a few other games have been available for a while now at no extra charge. The full list of titles you can claim right now with Xbox Live Gold is as follows. Guts and Goals expires yesterday. Sudden Strike 4 Complete Edition expires March 31st. Trueberg expires March 31st. Lamentum expires April 15th. Port Royale 3 Space Invaders Infinite Gene. As a bonus, various other regions are also giving away different Xbox games with gold for free right now, such as Astria Ascending on the Korean store. So there's actually a few more than just these 6. Here's the link if you guys need it. Eight classic D&D games being revived soon. Dungeons & Dragons players will soon have a chance to revisit several classic games with 8 older Dungeons & Dragons titles set to be revived this month. Publisher SNEG is bringing games like Spelljammer, Pirates of Realm Space. Ooh, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Spelljammer, Pirates of Realm Space, Dragon Strike, and more to the PC platform, with many of those games being some of the first D&D games ever released. These games date back upwards of 25 years ago in some cases, and were first released for systems like the Commodore 64 and other classic consoles. But they will soon all be playable once more through GOG and through Steam before the end of the month. 8 games in question are Spelljammer, Pirates of Realm Space, Fantasy Empires, Dragon Strike, Deathkeep, Heroes of the Lance, Dragons of Flame, War of the Lance, and Shadow Sorcerer. The first 4 games will be available as standalone purchases, while Heroes of the Lance, Dragons of Flame, War of the Lance, and Shadow Sorcerer will all be bundled into the Silver Box Classics Edition. The oldest of these games is Heroes of the Lance, which came out way back in 1988. Wow. Specific release dates for these games haven't been set yet, but you can see them on Steam and GOG now and can wishlist them ahead of their arrival on those marketplaces. Let's see this, dude. Yeah, it wasn't too long ago that they brought out the some of the old classics. Like, I mean, dude, I've actually still got the box and the CD behind the Eye of the Beholder series from Dungeons and Dragons way back in the day.
Emotional damage.
What's up, buddy? There's say you can see like all these March 23 Silverbox Classic, Dragon Strike, Fantasy Empires, Deathkeep. Look at that, man. That's crazy. Nice. What you doing, dude? Happy Thursday, man. Emotional damage. Nice. If you need it, here you go. Some of the old school D&D games, dude. Coming to modern platform. Wizardry Warfare, we on ballot for World Video Game Hall of Fame, baby. It's time again, dude, for the Video Game Hall of Fame inductees, dude. Or nominees and induction, I guess, is what it should be, yeah. Crazy. I'm good, buddy. I'm tired. I'm just tired. Story of my life, man. Wizardry Warfare and we are on the ballot as the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Thanks for asking, man. Narrows down its contenders for the class of 2023. Glad you're doing well. The Hall of Fame on Wednesday announced 12 finalists that are being considered for induction in May. Games for consideration include Age of Empires, Angry Birds, Barbie Fashion Designer. Woo! Let's go, Barbie. Let's go, party. Let's go, Barbie. Yeah, dude, I need a lot of Java, dude. Barbie Fashion Designer, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Computer Space, FIFA International Soccer, GoldenEye. That's a winner, dude. GoldenEye 007, I'm calling it right now. The Last of Us, NBA 2K, Quake, Wii Sports, and Wizardry. I think Age of Empires makes it. What do they usually put in? About 3 of these, I think, a year, something like that. We'll talk about it in just a second. A panel of experts in the public will vote on the winners. It's always difficult to narrow down the World Video Game Hall of Fame nominations down to just 12 finalists because there are so many games that have had an enormous influence on popular culture or the video game industry itself, said John Paul C. Dyson, director of the Strong's International Center for the History of Electronic Games in Rochester, where the hall is based. This year's finalists are some heavy hitters, he said. Hall of Fame recognizes arcade console, computer, handheld, and mobile games whose popularity has been far-reaching and influenced other games or society at large. Yeah. Finalist FIFA International Soccer is the most popular sports game franchise of all time, according to the Hall, and is a worldwide bestseller with updates every year from publisher EA. Then there's Rovio's Angry Birds with 2 billion downloads, which is nominated for turning millions of smartphone users into gamers. The 1996 Barbie Fashion Designer game broke with the pattern of the industry marketing to male players. Wii Sports became a hit among older adults, and Nutting Associates' coin-operated computer space from 1971 proved video games could exist outside of computer labs as the first commercial video game, according to the Hall. The post-apocalyptic The Last of Us, released by Naughty Dog and Sony in 2013, is now a hit TV show for HBO. Now, I find it weird that that's like, 2013 for the Hall of Fame already? 10 years? John Cena. No, you can't see me, dude. Bro, I'm so out of it. Oh my god. I do need a lot more Java today. It'll make for a funny day though. I'm a bit delirious. So, Pinky and I'll be laughing it up, I'm sure, while we play. Fan voting is underway online through March 22nd as part of what is called the Player's Choice Ballot. The 3 games that receive the most public votes will form one ballot that will be counted alongside ballots submitted by members of an international committee of experts. Winners will be inducted in a virtual ceremony on May 4th. I mean, from these titles, it's just Call of Duty all the way around? Call of Duty's in this? Wait, what? Hmm. Call of Duty for Modern Warfare. So it's not just Call of Duty as a whole. It's actually specific Call of Duty for Modern Warfare. Yeah, dude, I can hear it in my head right now. I can hear it in my head, dude. Yeah. I mean, this is my guess. Age of Empires, dude. Right, Wick? Age of Empires. I mean, it's so hard. It really is. I think GoldenEye 007, that's an easy win right there. That's an easy win, dude. No doubt. You can't hear anything? Why? Crank up the volume so I can tell everybody hi. It's good to see you, Gabs, even though you can't hear me. GoldenEye, Call of Duty, and FIFA, dude. Of course. Quake, bro. Quake is insanely. I mean, that deserves to be in there. Age of Empires, Wizardry as well. So I mean, I think that ultimately, I think Age of Empire goes. I think that GoldenEye goes in, and those are the 2 that I think are big winners right there. Yes, bro. But we'll see what happens. It's cool seeing what gets nominated every year. It's pretty neat. Pretty cool stuff. Steam game. If you guys here, I'll open that back up. My bad. You can go in there and like cast a vote and everything too. So if you need that link, there you go. Steam game now completely free to own for a very, very limited time. Here we go. A notable game on Steam that only released less than a year ago is now completely free to own. God, that stuck in my brain. Nice. Only if you move quickly. One of the biggest benefits of gaming on PC is that sales for various games tend to happen more often than on any other platform. Not to mention that you don't have to pay to play online. I mean, that's a pretty big benefit, too. Not usually, anyways. There are very, very rare examples, but one of the third-party sites in question happens to be Source, that is now giving away a game for no cost at all. According to Snag via Fanatical, the Steam game Shinso Club is now completely free to pick up and own in perpetuity. First released in September of last year, Shinso Club is a cutesy co-op brawler that will see players tasked with taking down alien hordes. Shinso Club features a number of different characters to play and also contains roguelike elements, which means there is plenty of replayability in store. If you want to obtain Shinso Club for yourself, you'll need to move fast. Giveaways like this on Fanatical never last long because the site only has a limited number of game keys that it can give out to users. With this in mind, if you become aware of this promotion too late, there's a chance that Fanatical could have already run out of copies of Chinso Club to give away. Well, there's a free game, Chinso Club. Go grab it. Free titles. It's free if they still have copies available or keys available. All right. Switch Online has added 4 Game Boy, NES, and SNES games. Switch Online members now have access to 4 classic games from the Game Boy, NES, and SNES. The latest games to get added to the Switch Online library include Kirby's Dream Land 2, banger, Burger Time Deluxe, sick, Side Pocket, and Xevious. All 4 games are now available for Nintendo Switch Online, so you should be able to boot up your system and find them in the respective section of the console. Review details about the games below. Boom, I'll link it. There you go. Ex-Blizzard leaders form Magic Soup Games with goal of creating AAA titles. Studio isn't disclosing what its first game will be, but it did say it doesn't fit into any existing genre. Okay, bro, whatever. I'm not buying that, dude. I'm not buying that. You sit there and tell me that it doesn't fit into any genre of game right now. Whatever, dude. I'm not buying it. Blizzard veterans J. Allen Brack, Jen O'Neill, and John Donham have teamed up to create Magic Soup Games, a fully remote game studio dedicated to creating massive AAA games that have positive themes. The trio together have decades of experience working at Activision Blizzard. Brack worked at Blizzard for nearly 16 years, including 3 years as Blizzard's president. He departed the company amidst controversy surrounding a sexual harassment and discrimination lawsuit that alleged a frat boy workplace culture at the studio. O'Neill worked at Activision Blizzard for nearly 20 years and led Activision studio of Vicarious Visions before a brief stint as co-leader of Blizzard following Brack's departure. She stayed in that role for just 3 months before also leaving the company, a move that sparked its own controversy. Donham worked at Blizzard for a little over a year, starting in 2019 as its chief of staff and vice president of special projects. At Magic Soup, O'Neill will step into the role of CEO, while Brack will lead game development and Donham will oversee operations. Trio aren't disclosing what the studio's first game will be, but in a Q&A with VentureBeat, Brack said the studio is aiming to make AAA games that have positive themes, to work with people who deeply understand and enjoy the craft of game creation. The studio's first game will additionally be something that doesn't fit neatly into any existing genre today. Doesn't fit neatly, okay? Doesn't fit neatly. All right, I'll accept it. Studio currently has 5 employees, which, in staying true to the studio's culinary name, is called chefs. Brack said the name Magic Soup comes from the idea that making games is a lot like making soup, and that they both take a lot of time, iteration, and ingredients, and each requires a lot of tasting and testing to get it right. When asked about leaving Blizzard under tough circumstances, Brack said he has reflected on his role in driving cultural change, has spent time listening and reading many personal accounts and opinions about the things that should have been done better. For O'Neill, she said it was very difficult to leave, but remains committed to furthering diversity initiatives both inside and outside gaming. Yep. Magic Soup joins a long list of studios formed by prominent ex-Blizzard developers in recent years, including Second Dinner, Frost Giant, and most recently, Gas Giant Games. Yep. All right. NCSoft unveils massive scale strategy game Project G. NCSoft, the publisher behind Guild Wars 2, has released trailer for its upcoming real-time strategy game Project G. Announced today, March 15th, so yesterday. Project G will be launched on both PC and mobile platforms at an unspecified date. The title will be set within a massive scale war with a brand new IP where players will be tasked with conquering new territories for their guild. Project G's first trailer is made up of footage taken from the upcoming game and shows players building up cities and defensive fortifications before sending out groups of units to battle. Check it out below. I need so much more coffee.
어서 오십시오, 성주님. 판게아 대륙에 오신 걸 환영합니다. 먼저 성주님의 영지를 발전시키셔야 합니다. 건물을 짓고 주민들을
Looks like a mobile
보호하십시오.
game.
부대를 성장시켜 마물과 적들을 처치하십시오. 그렇게 동료들과 함께 앞으로 다가올 결전의 시간을 준비하십시오. 두려워하거나 물러설 필요 없습니다. 당신은 저의 주인. 이 세상의 지배자가 되실 분이니까요.
Okay. Discussing Project G, Project Director Minsook So said, by building an RTS title upon NCSoft's advanced technology accumulated with MMO-based massive-scale battle system, we aim to create unprecedented scale and quality that have not been witnessed in any other strategy games. Earlier today, NCSoft also shared a video of Project G developers discussing what fans can expect from the game. Dude, I'm for real. That looked like a mobile game. It is on mobile. Okay. So I read that and just didn't. So PC and mobile platforms. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. If it looks interesting for you RTS fans, man, there you go. Microsoft has entered another 10-year agreement. This time, Ubitus. I hadn't seen the Ubitus stuff. We saw the Boosteroid stuff yesterday, and we already knew about the NVIDIA stuff from a couple of weeks ago, or within the past couple of weeks. But the Ubitus stuff I wasn't aware of. Yeah. So, Phil Spencer said, had this to say: Xbox remains committed to giving people more choice and finding ways to expand how people play. Partnership will grow NVIDIA's catalog of titles to include games like Call of Duty while giving developers more ways to offer streaming games. Excited to offer gamers more ways to play the games they love. They're giving everybody they possibly can a 10-year deal right now to get this acquisition taken care of. Ultimately, for the next 10 years, it will, it's not going to be as beneficial for them as the acquisition would have been. It'll still be very good for them, but it wouldn't have been quite as robust had they not had to go through this process of like dealing out everybody 10-year deals, but it's still going to be very good for them. But this is what they needed to do to get this deal done, and it's going to happen, it looks like now. So it is what it is. But after the NVIDIA thing, they got the Boostroid stuff done, right? Which we just saw yesterday. Then soon after that, Spencer announced that Microsoft was partnering up with yet another cloud gaming service, this time Ubisoft. The announcement came the day after Boostroid announcement. Similar to Boostroid, the deal aims to bring Xbox and PC games to Ubisoft. This includes Activision Blizzard titles after the acquisition closes. 10-year deal once again echoes what Spencer has been saying throughout this acquisition. They are committed to giving players more choices in where to play their favorite games. So now there are a total of 5 10-year deals, including Nintendo and Steam, which have already agreed to the Call of Duty 10-year deals. So there we go. Another one. They're trying to get this taken care of. They're trying to get this done. Yeah, that's what we just read, so there's no need in that. Oh, what is this, dude? I don't want to have to watch the video, dude. I'm just going to give it to us. Yeah, this looks like this will probably work. Yeah, Immortals Phoenix Rise and Ghostwire Tokyo headline PS Plus extra games for March. Plus PS3 and PSP Classics Ridge Racer Type 4 and Ape Escape 2 for premium subscribers. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Immortals Phoenix Rising, and Ghostwire Tokyo for PS5 lead the slate of games joining PS Plus new extra tier of downloadable titles in March. Both titles are available beginning March 21st. Other games available to extra level subscribers include Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction and Chia, day one release for that colorful indie adventure game. Chia looks cool. Additionally, Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange True Colors, Street Fighter V Championship Edition, Final Fantasy Type O HD, Untitled Goose Game, Rage 2, Haven, Neo The World Ends With You, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will join PlayStation Plus's extra tier. Those at the premium level subscription, the top tier in the PlayStation Plus membership that Sony rebooted back in June, can pick up 3 classic titles for PS1, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Portable. They are Ridge Racer Type 4, Ape Escape 2, and Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. There you go. If you need that information, I'll link it. Former Criterion leads form new studio Fuse Games with a AAA game in development. Yeah, a number of Criterion veterans left the studio after Need for Speed Unbound dropped. Yeah, we read about that previously. Fuse Games is a new UK studio led by former EA Vice President and Criterion Games General Manager Matt Webster. The team says it has already started working on a brand new premium AAA title for PC and console, which it says is fusing uncompromising attention to game feel with blockbuster spectacle and player-centric innovations in social gameplay, self-expression, and creativity. Webster was one of the 5 senior developers who left Criterion late last year following the release of Need for Speed Unbound, and now takes on the role of studio general manager at Fuse Games. All 5 of those departing members, Webster, executive producer Pete Lake, head of studio development Alan McDermott, head of content Steve Uphill, and senior technical director Andre Shires are now part of Fuse Games, which currently has 17 employees to its name. The studio's company's house listing also names Steve Poynton, who has been senior vice president and group general manager at EA for 22 years, as a company director. It has not yet officially been announced if Poynton is leaving EA. VGC has reached out to Fuse Games for comment. Okay. We'll see what comes from Fused Games then. You know, it's interesting to see. We've talked a lot this morning about these developers and creative minds that have been at the forefront of some of these big developers over the years. And quite often what we wonder about is, you know, we watch these big developers lose their ability to make the same kind of quality that we've originally fallen in love with, you know, some of these developers. And it's interesting to see, you know, a lot of, I think what we contribute that to is the pressure from above in the corporate world. As the developer gets bigger, they deal with more and more pressure from the business side of things, which, you know, ultimately takes away from the creative side and a focus on quality and things like that. So, you know, if they always they leave, you know, we see this, they leave, they start new studios, and they talk about, you know, being passionate and wanting to bring their passion into their projects of these new studios that they're building up and things like that. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with, you know. Starting these studios themselves away from these big massive juggernauts they've been a part of for so long, and, you know, will it allow them the space and the buffer without the top down pressure to create the great content again, you know. We'll have to wait and see. We've read a lot about it this morning. A lot of studios being set up from notable individuals from very high profile studios. So we'll see what happens. Very positive indie gems bundle, dude. $17. $17. You can get all these on Steam. Yo, shout out to our buddy Wick, our mod, the Mad Lad Wick, slanging smoothies. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. They've got this entire bundle, 85% off for all these indie games. We love our indie devs, man. So if this looks cool, man, we're talking Hover, Blue Estate the Game, Epistory, Typing Chronicles, Splasher, Frog Climbers, The Blind Prophet, Nanotel Typing Chronicles, A Normal Lost Phone, Algo Bot, Arian, Legacy of the Cory Odon, Anarchute, Old School Musical, Tiny and Tall, Post-Human War, Bomb Slinger, Yono and the Celestial Elephants, Shape of the World, Another Lost Phone, Laura's Story, Impulsion, PictoQuest, Alt Frequencies, Mad Tracks, Paper Beast Folded Edition, what is that? Machanica Museum, Skebma, excuse me, Snowfall, and Pom Pom. Arian? Did I say Arian? Wait, what? Arian? Where did I even see that? Arion? I don't know, dude. I'm blasting through names. I don't know. I don't know. There you go. Here. If you're interested in an indie bundle, dude, there you go. Support the indie devs. Oh, dude. I guess that was it. I guess, but we'll talk about this real quick. Here. So, Call of the Sea is free, but like for another couple hours. That's it. So, Call of the Sea is about to be finished. No longer will it be available in about 2 more hours. Then Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War will become available as a free title on Epic from about 2 hours from now, a little over 2 hours from now, through March 23rd. So go get your free game, Call of the Sea, before it is gone. And don't forget to grab Warhammer 40,000 Gladius whenever it becomes available later on today. Okay? Free games, free games, free games, free games, free games. Cool. Cool, cool. Oh, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We got through that a little bit quicker than we had the past few days. Past couple of days anyways, especially. The news had gotten real thick, baby, kind of like me. But it's good. It's good. Like I said, this entire period we're in right now of the year, we're really ramping up towards summer showcase time. So there's going to be a lot more information and news coming out around the gaming industry, and some of the news segments are probably going to get a little bit lengthy just because it really is starting to ramp up a bit for the industry. So from now all the way through the summer showcase stuff, and especially when the summer showcase stuff hits, which is like second week of June mainly, it's going to get real heavy. And then it'll kind of slack off a little bit until we get closer towards the end of the year. And then we'll start hitting some of the end of the year awards shows and some more announcements and stuff, and it'll ramp up a little bit more then. So, yeah, that's the way it works. It like lulls out a little bit, and then it'll ramp up, and it'll lull out, and it'll ramp up again. And so that's the way it works for us. But it's all right, man. It's good. We're staying current, and I appreciate you guys being a part of it and the input and everything. It's great. So on that note, we're going to probably go play it. We're a little bit early we've gotten the news completed a bit early today, and so Pinky will be a little bit behind us getting home from work to be able to start our playthrough, our co-op playthrough of Divinity. So we'll play a little bit of Warframe this morning while we wait on Pinky, which is fine. I got the new Necros Prime Warframe that we can go play around with and level up a little bit, and we'll just have a little bit of chill Warframe time before we dive into Divinity. But if anybody out there is catching this content now or later on as a VOD or highlight or whatever, whether it be on the YouTube channel or our Twitch page, and you're enjoying the content, then see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and all of the rest of the amazing individuals that are part of our community here whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. Start all of our streams off with video gaming news, and then we dive into whatever gaming content we have planned for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for March 17th edition of Video Gaming News and more Divinity. Cool.